kahle kodwa ngomgqoba igama lami ngiSlee noma ngimbhalo waqoqa ngempani ngabadala. Welcome to another episode, guys. Lokhu una 2 weeks ngime mphethe undaba ezitha la ubhuti wakwaSibiya igama lakhe uMthobisi abamazi ke bathi MTB ubhuti Wephimbo. Angazi ke nokuthi lephimbo elika Barry White sesizozwa khona and ukuthi why he was inspired ukuthi azozibiza ngobhuti Wephimbo. Bhuti wami, welcome. Ubhuti wevoice, ubhuti wevivi, ubhuti wama vocals.
People are always like asking me why Wephimbo, MTB Wephimbo.
Yeah.
But I think it's explaining itself. Ukuthi I'm an artist, I'm a musician, and I can say my biggest weapon is my voice.
Okay.
So mangicula iphimbo lami liyahlaba.
Oh.
Liyahlaba. Even when I'm recording in studios, they usually say be away a little bit from the mic.
Okay. Oh, so oh my God, you're making me some goosebumps.
Yeah, some people say that.
Guys, don't worry. Podcast, you allow people or you ask people ukuthi abasibonise lento bathi badume ngayo. Ungena instrument, ungena false alto or false auto or whatever. But awuke uzisho lapho ubize nabasekhaya ngisho nenkosi osuka lapho kuyo.
So MTB Wephimbo kahle kahle uMthobisi wakwaSibiya, and I'm coming from indawo ekuthiwa kaHlabisa, which is in KZN between Richards Bay and uNongoma. I spent like most of my life there until matric, and then I went to stay in Durban for like 7 years studying music, career here, this and that. So mawuthi inkosi engisuka kuyona, I think abantu abaningi bazi ukuthi King Misuzulu, which he took over after Ubaba Ubuthelezi. Yeah, uShenke usokalisa. So inkosi engivela kuyo ke leyo. But ke nathi sinesathi isigodi we kucela abantu bakaSibiya khona esigodini sakaqunwane. Wele kunabantu bakaHlabisa kakhulu bese kuba nabakaSibiya. So I'm falling under isigodi sakaHlabisa because of that. And isikhathi esiningi insizwa mayikhula ngasekhaya ziba nezithakazelo nezibongo. But I think the type of a life that I chose made me to not be that person on ezithakazelo ukuthi mangiya mhlambe insizwa izongibizela ukuthi hey ubani, because I think I chose a very soft life of growing up in my car. Even most people usually say I don't look like or sound like I'm from back in the valleys. But Nkomo is new Polish because of the life that I chose of.
Nkomo is
Ezinya or Polish.
Okay. Ezinye zenzo zinyu blongo. Ezakho zinyu Polish.
Yes, because angithi emakhaya kuyasindwa phansi.
Of course ngiyabazi ublongo.
Kusinda
ngoblongo. So nina nishaye ngePolish. Okay, I'm learning something today. This is interesting. So I'm so interested to know you more before singena music work, because I believe that sisuka somewhere and then we are somewhere and then we're going somewhere. Tell me about the upbringing. How was the structure at home, like the family dynamics?
My structure is a bit different because, well, I think most of the people that are coming from Emakhaya, they could relate, because you know when you grow up and finding out that your parents, number one, so by the time you're growing up, they're still hustling, they're still trying to make a living. So now the only person that is in charge of you or literally like raising you basically is your grandparents. Because their child or their kids are out there to try and make means for a living. For instance, my father dropped out of school, of high school in grade 10.
Okay.
Because that's when my mother got pregnant. When he was doing grade 10, my mother got pregnant. I think she was doing grade 9 at that time. And then because of the strictness of the families, then they told my dad, okay, now that you decided that you're going to be a father, so there's no way there can be 2 fathers in this house. So and make sure you fit this child. So then that's how my father dropped out of school. My mother didn't. And then I found myself growing up in a family of my grandparents, grandmother and grandfather, which I feel like it's also very nice because they've grown so much. They know different stages of life, how to raise a child, whatever. Because our parents, when they are young, they don't know how to raise us because they also, we just got a baby because I'm the firstborn. We just got a baby. We don't even know how to maneuver this thing of being a parent. So now it's a challenge. But if you being raised by your grandparents, then they've been in the journey for so long. So I grew up in that type of a family. But then more than anything, my family was a musical family because my mother is a singer. My grandmother is a traditional healer and a singer.
A grandmother on your maternal or on your paternal?
My maternal side is a traditional healer and a singer. And she is married to a pastor who's also a singer. Okay. So traditional healer got married to a pastor.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Which is a
great dynamic.
A great dynamic, but a contradiction for other people. Which I think why my grandfather had a lot of challenges having to explain you believe in God, but you are your wife
is a traditional
healer. So aklangani. But then again, I think for me, I got to be introduced into
both of those.
Yeah, the cultures, because my grandmother, as much as she is a traditional healer, but she believes in God, she prays. She raised me to pray. And then my grandmother on the other hand. And also, I grew up in a polygamy family because my grandfather had also another wife. So yeah, but it was a very warm home to grow up in. I can say a lot, but we just liked music, praising God. That's it.
For me, honestly speaking, I'm gonna speak my opinion when it comes to this thing of saying your grandmother was a traditional healer and she prayed or she prays and she was married to the pastor. My belief is that the herbs and everything were created by God, and the only difference to those things was kulumela. So the very same herb that can heal can kill. So if ukhuluma ukuphila kusona, that's still you praying to God. So I don't see any bad thing in believing in God because God created herbs.
You are right.
And you speaking ukuphila in those herbs, you speaking ukufa in those herbs. You understand? That's where the difference is. That's my opinion.
Especially if you're healing.
That's what I'm saying. So herbs are from God. So that is why she praises God. And praising God, it means that noma ekhuluma in those herbs, she speaks ukuphila ngoba ukhuleka uNkulunkulu.
To add on what you are saying, you are very right. And I always wondered, my grandmother has this thing of waking up in the morning and going to a specific place in the forest. Ayothola leso sihlahla sifunayo asigumba ube nasekhaya. And I've always asked myself, how does she know? Where is it? When is she going to find it? It's like she dreamt about it and then she goes in the morning and she finds it. Funny enough, usually in my upbringing, usually mangivuka ekuseni mhlawumbe ngo-6 my grandmother is awake, but usebuye ehlathini. She woke up at 4, 5.
You know why?
Why?
I'm gonna make a typical example. Kunalo mkhuleko ka this song ka who's this guy? Tina Zungu and the other guy. Kunale party ethi ekuseni usinika amandla amasha. Usinikeza ithembeli. You understand? So then she gets her amandla wakhe ekuseni. That is why most of people they pray after 12 because it's another day. Uthola amandla amasha.
I love that.
Yes, that's how it works. And adding lento bengisho eyokuthi people banalento ukuthi how do you do the herbs and God? Who we are to judge okokuqala. If it works for you, then why not? Why should we sihlanganise uthando and your beliefs?
True. So would you agree to the people that are weed smokers and they're saying that it's herbs, man? I mean, I'm smoking a herb.
I believe in everything if it works for you. You can believe in a coin. I believe life is a reflection of what you give it to. If you give yourself to something, whatever that it is, if when it won't happen. Get it? So
Can say that again.
it won't work in everything and everything. As much as you cannot motivate me with that. But there's someone right now who changed your life. Idolizer, not changing completely, but they kept you going, they fueled you. So is praying. Yabo, who is God? If when that you don't even know the God that I'm talking about. I know God for myself. What if my God is a coin and I call him God?
Yeah, God is everything.
Is everything. He can. God can be anything.
He lives in anything.
In anything, because it aloba.
By him.
Thank you.
And we create things from the things that he created.
Thank you.
Like if there's a wardrobe in the house, if there's a chair,
you were
this
created,
leather.
even the wisdom to create that was created by who, was made by who?
Yeah, definitely.
By him. Yeah. So as khuluming indaba yesithembu, that's my favorite part of my life. I believe it's Tenjini.
Okay.
Guys, please don't come for me. It's my opinion. I believe that most of men are polygamous.
Yeah, you believe that. Yeah, that's true.
It's my opinion.
It's your opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if maybe I am your wife and there are certain things that I lack, it's not an insult still. It's just that you chose that 70 out of the 30 that I lack, and that we're working on the 70. And then if you find someone who fits the 30, why not?
True.
Why not? Because now we have this thing, you would see most of ladies or most of married women, they came into terms that their partners are cheating. It means that part of you have accepted that there's another person. Why don't they bring them home and make it official?
Yeah.
That's my opinion. So how was it having two mothers in the same... You had two grandmothers in the same house.
Actually grandmothers.
Yeah.
But apparently... Also, my father is a polygamist. But I can say that I didn't really tap into that firsthand. But I tapped into my grandfather's polygamy firsthand because those are the people who raised me. And yeah, you're right. Most men, or I can say 99.9% of men, are polygamists. And there's different ways, or there's different meanings, or there's different reasons for that. Yeah. We can talk the whole day about that.
Of course.
But I think at some point, it needs women that are going to, I cannot say accept, but understand, even though it's painful. But it always happens. I always say, Guti, even if you can, okay, for instance, myself, I'll talk for myself. Right now, I have a partner. And before her, I used to cheat. And even in our relationship, I told her that, when you came into my life, you were actually the 5th girlfriend. I had 4 girlfriends at that time, which it's very critical. It's very,
So, number 1.
So, yes, number 1.
Wow.
And the reason why I'm telling her that, I'm not bragging ukuthi I was a ladies man blah blah blah. I'm telling her ukumtshela ukuthi uyazi ukuthi izenzo zakho yizona ezingenza ukuthi mina ngibe umuntu othi I'm gonna be with one woman in my life because of your actions, not because my exes, they used to tell me, they used to fight with me. Hey, huba alona, take my phone, open my WhatsApp, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. But you didn't do all of that. You just showed me the true colors of being a woman, of being a wife, what you can bring onto the table for me to change. You didn't tell me, I'm Toby's, yeah, we would know. But you just became that woman. Of like you, it depends on how you were raised, or how do you perform in your future life to the next person. So I always tell her that indoda will only change uma yena esebona ukuthi ku-right ukuthi manje ngifuna ukuba nomfazi oyi-1 or ngifuna ukuba nabawu-2 or ngifuna ukuba nabawu-3 but uma usamtshela usamforsa trust me ngeke uze kwenzeke.
Not just indoda, everybody changed because of it's a personal choice. As omnye umXhosa ndandike ndamva guys ku-TikTok wathi soze uyitshintshe indoda uba uyabona uba le ndoda ayifuna utshintsha indoda. Nivile mos?
Yo!
Ibambile ne? Okay. So, do you personally believe in polygamy? Because other people, they would say, I would do polygamy. I believe in polygamy. I want to be part of it. Kodwa imali. Nkinga. Do you think polygamy, it becomes healthy because there are resources in their household to hold that polygamy to be successful?
I can say ukuthi njengamanje akekho umuntu onesithembu esi-successful kodwa ongenayo imali.
Okay.
Sonke isithembu ukuze siphumelele sibe successful sidinga ama-resources ukuze ukwazi ukuthi usifeed. Okay, back to basics. In a relationship between two people, there has to be money for a relationship to survive. Not ukuthi sithi a relationship is about money, but for you guys to go out, for you guys to buy each other gifts on Valentine's, on birthdays, on whatever's, money has to work. So now you have these 3 women, 3 times a relationship. Of course, you have to have 3 times the money that you must have for even a one person. So imali nje is the basis of is temp. And then number 2 obviously is the character.
Who should sponsor? Who should make it possible for all those things, the monies and everything? Is it a man or is it a woman, or is both parties contributing to that relationship?
Well, according to the Bible, a man is supposed to be a provider. So if a man wants his temple, firstly, he must work on himself financially before he decides or choose to have his temple. There's a lot of other people who are in just one relationship, not because of their choice, but because they don't have the money. They want to have a polygamy, but they don't have the money to support. Because you can't have his temp and inshallah in the same house. You must build a house for that wife, for that wife, for that wife. So if you don't have the money, that's all impossible.
But what is it being broke? Because what if I have money to fend myself? Do I... Okay, I'm trying to find right terms to say this. I want to find right words. First question, what is to be broke? Me having money to fend myself, does it mean that I'm broke? Does it mean that
as a woman,
man or woman?
Okay.
Does it mean that I don't deserve love just because of I only have money to fend myself? Do I fall into a category of being called broke because ngine mali mina to fend myself, but I believe that I deserve to be loved, I deserve to be in a relationship? Can't you have your own money as well as my partner to do your own things as well, to take care of yourself, but mina nawe sihlangane ngoba siyathandana?
I think it removes the entire authoritativeness of a man if a woman is able to provide and do everything for themselves. Yes, we live in a world where women are also in corporate, women are working, women have podcasts, women are doing whatever. Like you are right now having a podcast. Women are independent, but it's sort of like the leadership in the house. Well, in most cases, you feel disrespected if you can't be able to tell your woman, my wife, go do a grocery. I'm going to give you, for instance, 5,000 or 3,000 rands or whatever. Because now because a woman, number one, is supposed to nurture a house, make a house feel like a home. So if you have your own money, you have businesses, you're always all over. And that's why sometimes, forgive me people, sometimes I don't believe in this thing of having nannies in the house. Because to some extent, it breaks the basics of a man and a woman in this house and the chores in this house. Because we have to cook in this house. I can help my wife cooking. But now if the nanny is going to cook for us, the nanny is going to wash for us, the nanny is going to do this and that for us. I mean, if you are my wife and you don't even know where my pants are sitting or staying in the wardrobe, then like, what's going on? So,
but does that define me as a capable wife or a wife material because of I should know where your pants are, instead of bringing other things in the relationship, like giving you peace, giving you good sex, because it plays a major role, and other things. So
I wonder if you have time for that good sex, if you have money and businesses in your biz. I just wonder, because most men. Okay, there's this thing. I don't know if we are shifting to two different topics.
No. I was tapping to that thing of saying, what's the use of you being my wife? I'm sorry if I'm not gonna say it verbatim, as you said. I'm trying to make sense in my head what you were literally saying when you said, what's the use of having a helper in the house? And then you, as my wife, you don't even know where my pants are, but who aren't we as? If we have means of making more money, both of us, meaning that we're going out there to hunt, and then we have someone who's helping us. What's wrong with that?
There's not a problem with that. There's not a problem with that.
Because Rihanna,
there's not a problem.
Rihanna has all the money, right? She's one of the billionaires. But she doesn't want a helper because she feels that it takes off the intimacy in the house. She believes in that. So we'd say us being intimate is us doing things together. It's us knowing the boundaries in the house. It's us knowing but if we have another person, it's easy to and something like that. Do you believe in that as well? Is that what you were saying?
That's exactly what I was saying. I think she's very right in that. Because I mean, like, romanticism and intimacy, it's on smaller things that you cannot even believe. Like me waking up with my wife and we make the bed together. That's intimacy.
Okay.
Us going, okay, after you've done the laundry, maybe we're going to the line if we don't have a drying machine. We're going to the line. That is intimacy.
But how many men who believes in what you believe? Because most of men, they don't believe in doing chores in the house. They believe that they just have to go work and bring money at home.
Well, that's why most of the richest relationships are not the best or the most successful relationships, and hence that brought a high statistics of divorce, because of, like, no matter how much money you have, but you must go back to basics. In the house, do we have the connection? No. Okay. Do we have the connection in the house to do things together? Because if manje washes like, how are you gonna see me as a caring man if ngingakwazi ukuthi ngidle, ngiqede, ngiyekusinki, ngiwashe isitsha, ngisule, ngisifake ekhabetheni?
In a nutshell, you're saying we should always find slots to bond.
Yeah.
Over, like, through smaller things.
Bonding is not just in the bedroom.
Okay, I love that.
A foreplay can start in the kitchen.
I love that. I love what you're saying. So, kunabantu abaye bathi, I wasn't raised by my parents. That is why I'm so detached to. I don't know how to raise my kids, right? I'm picking from you. You were in a very warm home. You've seen love. Have you seen your grandparents kissing, touching?
Okay. When I was growing up, that was one of the weirdest things. My grandmother and my grandfather, they never used to sleep even in the same bedroom. I used to sleep with my grandmother. Yabo emakhaya ne. Angithi kuno rondo. Nan. Ku rondo bekulala yimina, usisama omncane, ugogo wami, and other people, because we always had other people. Like other people.
I mean,
gogo,
I was
or
about
cousin, or umzalwane.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just us in the family.
Yeah.
So I've never seen my grandparents kissing. Yeah. I've never seen them romantic. Even ukudla, I was the one who was bringing my grandfather ukudla, because my grandmother never did that, because she has her own clients.
Yeah.
And my grandfather has his own clients as umfundis. So bapis. So I've never seen them being romantic in the house. So
I think that's where it stems with whether you want that.
Yeah, because I didn't see it.
I love that.
I didn't see it.
You repped it. And then njengomfana wakwi village, nawe ukhule uqhathwa nalabantu abelusayo kanje. How was like being a boy in the village now outside of ekhaya?
Being a boy in the village outside of, that's a very good question. And that question takes me back.
Yeah, that's what this podcast is about.
Right? Mm-hmm. We're unscrambling everything. How was it like? Okay, so ekhaya nekune inkomo. Ekuseni ufuna ngikhiphe inkomo, ufuna ziyodla. Ntambama ufuna ngiyilande ngidlala ibhola, kunabafana ngasekhaya. Blah blah blah. I think from when I was young, abantu abakaze be, like people always respected me from when I was young because of my mentality. Like angazi ngikhathwe kangako.
Okay.
And even though I was fighting with people, I was just beating them, or the fight is never gonna end. For instance, is there a scar?
Yeah,
here?
I was gonna ask.
There's
Trust
a scar.
me, yes.
Yes, there's a scar here.
Yep. Nala, I can.
Even in my head, there's a scar.
Yeah.
So these two scars, it wasn't me fighting with the person and then bang shire, and then I had scars. Yeah. Number one, this one, it was because it was like yabo makune fight yegodo ukuthi kulwa imitrendi mhlambe ne-phosphorus, that mixture. And then masasibona ukuthi then an elder comes into a separation of the fight, and then we all ran away. And then when I was running away, I was apparently in the front speeding amongst everyone, and then the guy behind me, he pulled me. And when he pulled me, there was like a tree like this. And when he pulled me, then I fell on the tree, and then the tree got into me here because he been a so and then I had to remove it physically myself. So the fight, we were winning the fight, but the elder came in to separate us. This one here, I'm not sure if people can say.
Yeah,
this one here.
Yeah.
Well, I was fighting with this guy, and I beat him up.
Okay.
And then the fight was done now.
Okay.
I was now saying suguma, saying hamba. And then he took like a big stone. Yes,
yeah.
And then the fight was done. Yeah. I beat him up, but he was like, no, this guy can't beat me up.
Yeah. So wayeyikwala still. Wayeyikwala because ushaka wayithimakelwa wahlatshwa emuva shothi ububaleka.
Yes.
Kwala.
Ngikhumbula nje igama lakho uSidumo wakamyeni.
Wena Sidumo.
Ngaphesheya wasekhaya.
Wena. Fana wama teabag.
So yeah, ngikhathanga kakhulu because whenever I was encountering fights, I was winning them. So ngikhathanga kakhulu. Okay. But I grew up, I think, strong and soft.
Okay. Yeah. So uzithole eziwu-2.
Yeah.
And then now, when did you discover yourself ukuthi unalo luphimbo lolu? Was it through, I heard, like ngithe mangenze research yami, I know ukuthi you were tapping into gospel esontweni kanjalo.
Yeah.
So isonto lasekhaya, is it a Christian church lapho praise the Lord kabarishibe baba?
Zion.
Ikho ke. Now it makes sense. Amasayoni. And traditional it goes along because kunesithunywa kukolelo esithunyweni. I think it was going to be a different story if you ngabo laba matent ebona othomoyi
babizana bonje Methodists so whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
ngahlangana ngoba izawona.
Nkosi yami kuwe baba okabani lale ndindibane. Eyakho mfundisi.
Is that your background too? Zion.
Ngizoyithola nini na? Sesaba madodethu. Ngizokuchufa, ngikufuthe.
Senzo njalo ngikuchufe.
But now, when did you discover yourself ukuthi ikhona lento uNkulunkulu akunikeze yona? Was it through your mom, your grandma, your mkhulu, or it was manicula nonke, then you discovered, I have this special thing in me?
No, I think for me, ngathini yazi kunezinye izinto ozuzibuza ukuthi how ngiyithanda lento, like wherever kunomsindo kanje ngiyakhona, either kusekhaya or isesontweni or isesikoleni
Okay.
but ngiyakhona. So for me, I was always driven to where there's musical point of view. Even at my churches I own, like, okay, I had a bigger voice.
Okay.
So when we are singing in a choir, my voice was always higher, and people would notice that. Even when mhlawumbe siye egoqweni ebusuku mangicula nje abantu they would hear
phela
that.
sometimes siyabezwa nababhimba liba phezulu ngoba uyabhimba umuntu. What if it was that?
I was getting compliments after the whole
Okay,
thing.
gotcha.
Nasesikoleni, I think I was doing that. I was very creative even from my young age. I would create a song in the class and everyone would jam to it. I would create a song. Even in high school, I created a gospel group. I was in grade 9, 10. We used to sing in the assembly in the morning, choir competitions, school competitions.
So assembly nabanye abantwana babengaculi kwakucula nini?
No, like we would perform in the front.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
And sometimes, actually, I was the first guy to sing in the assembly in Kaliculo. Sibaningi nje siyabafundi. Then, because usually in the assemblies,
Of course, yeah.
but then I think one of the first people
Very
to do
confident
that.
one.
Yeah, I'm like very Kaliculo nje. Yeah.
Kunama-highlights ke lapho ngiyababona bo-Zakes, ngiyababona bo-Lasos and everything. So now after high school wahamba waya University of Durban, isn't it?
University of KwaZulu-Natal.
Sorry, yes. So is that where now you enhanced your career of music? How was it? Because guys, mangifika bo-DUT laphayana inkondlo, like I see the creatives there, and they angazi why I choose it DUT. I think for me it's because of they are the people that brings this thing in me ukuthi ngikholele kakhulu kuma creatives. So how was it for you now having to study what you love, something that is in you, and where did you see it going with you? Because now usese KZN and now you are here in Joburg. Why did you specifically choose to pursue? Because omunye umuntu can choose a different career, right? Or a different faculty because of they know that music is in them. Noma ngabana 70, it's not something that you have to study for.
Yeah.
And then why did you choose Wenda to study it rather?
Well, njoba ngishilo ukuthi eqaleni, I was always drawn to this thing. So it's pulling me from wherever. Like whenever there's music, I'm being pulled to come here, there's music. Come here, there's music. That's why even the funny story to off-ramp a little bit.
Okay.
This morning, I was coming from a studio session and I request a ride to go to my my place where I stay. And then, funny enough, the Uber driver is asking me, what was happening? Why were you requesting 6 saying blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, we had a studio session. And he was like, actually, I'm also an artist. We have a company. Boom, 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 boom. Let me take your numbers. Let's work. Wow. I'm like, why is this thing always like
following you?
Like it's always following me.
Yeah.
So I think even in university, mangifika khona, babethi, here is psychology, here's sociology, criminology, whatever, ology. But there's also music. I'm like,
musicology.
There's this word music, man, musicology. Why not? So I didn't really study only music. I was doing psychology as a major, but I was like, I'm not gonna ignore my music part of it. So I did music as just a selective. And to go back to what you said as DUT, I think DUT is one of the best universities to, I think, make art shine in the people's eyes. Because for instance, where I went to a University of KwaZulu-Natal, we do a lot of theory instead of practicals in terms of art. But in DUT, they do more practicals. So then now in nowadays, my phone and by shoot they post, so it's more visible to people. So I think I pursued because it's always following me. But on the other side, then I did psychology as, I think psychology is very beautiful because you learn
the human behavior,
daily behavior that you see from people, the disorders. Even people are
about me. What did you pick about me since you got here? Did you read me, or you want to read me for a second?
You're a perfectionist. That's what I did. Learn from you. Perfectionist and some kind of, ADHD. ADHD, it's where someone is over careful about, like, I can put this tissue here, and that's gonna disturb you the entire podcast. And that's gonna disturb you the entire shoot. So that's why I'm saying that's what I picked up from you. You're a perfectionist. So my psychology part of you, even when I look at your tattoos, are clean. So yeah.
Thank you. So now, I hope you didn't drop out.
No, I didn't drop out. I finished. Yeah.
Thank you. We have this thing that I need to address, or maybe my other opinion.
Yeah.
We have this thing of creatives most of times, as I say, ukuthi into talent lakho banalento ukuthi why should I do some academics, because this is igini lento of usiximba zange baye esikoleni ukuphuza chemistry, but ilabantu babengabo they were known, so why should I waste my time instead of ngihambe ngiyofuna ama academics and everything, rather go ngiyokwenza into ekumina. And then what was a reason that you thought it's important for you to have a career esandleni sakho, then in isiphiwo sakho on the other hand?
I think a part of me, I'm this type of person ukuthi into mangiyiqala ngifuna ukuyiqeda. Angifuna ukuqala into bese ngishiya phana nendawo. Usually that's what I do. That's why even I think going back in my relationships, even when it ends, usually if you're an ex of mine, it doesn't end emoyeni nje. There's usually like a process of ukuthi siqalile.
So when you listen lahlanayo uyalahlana?
No.
Wenza abo, it's not me, it's
exit
not you,
interview.
it's me.
Exit interview.
Okay.
I do an exit interview.
Okay, because I know esizulwini kunalento ukuthi kuyichila ukulahla intombi ngoba wena waya kuyona, isn't it?
Yes. But I understand that, but ekugcineni kosuku futhi kuyinto right ukuthi umuntu mase umfundile, for instance 5 months, 1 year, 2 years, ubuyele back ukuthi yazini ngiqala ukubona these are the qualities I saw from you, but sengikwazi ngibonile ukuthi man u1 or 2 or 3 you are perfecting it, but u3 4 5 6 ish man khona okusalayo and mina yilokho engikufunayo, so ngifila ngathi kufanele ukupolisha kancane mama. Yebo lonto le mhlambe go back to yourself, do self introspection, blah 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 blah, and then maybe we can continue after. Or I actually have found someone who is a complete cycle of what I want.
So you cheated on a relationship, yabo ukuthi uqale enye into ungekaphethi enye kwalokho uzongitshela mina ukuthi wena you found someone. How do you find someone while you didn't end this?
Well, maybe I'm a multitasker, and also I wanted to be fair on myself ukuthi angifuni ukuthi ngizomshiya lo muntu and then ngiqale phansi ngestradini ngiyoshela. Let me see ukuthi what else can I find?
Yabona ukuthi abafana basile guys. Yabona ukuthi abafana basile. Yabo when they say men don't want to burn bridges because of if it's not greener on the other side, they can be able to come back. Burn those bridges before they burn it for you. Basil. But yeah.
Okay.
I was in there. Gagu's going back to
But I think I did a good introspection to my ex. Because I told her what she lacks and she can't give me that. And kunzima, I don't want to lie to you, it's very hard to break up with the person and you don't know what was the problem, why we broke up, what was the issue.
So
but
when
if
you
I tell you,
but why should you change?
I'm not changing. That's why I'm not changing you.
Okay,
I'm letting you go.
Okay.
I'm
fair
like,
enough.
I've tried, it never changed, so I'm deciding to let you go.
Okay.
But if you are willing to change or do better, we can still continue. I'm not saying it's the end of the road, but mina ngizamile.
Are you willing as well? Ukushintsha zakho now easy.
Yes, I'm willing.
Okay.
It's all about a sacrifice. If you're gonna be with a person is never perfect. There's gonna be 70% of me that you're gonna like and 30% that you don't like. My job is to work on the 30 that you don't like.
Okay.
That's it. No one is perfect. I have to work on myself in all other relationships. That's why I think even my relationship now is better than all others, because I've learned from different types of people and relationships. And now I was able to do corrections on the way. Even though now I'm not perfect, but I'm working on that 5%
And as well,
that she doesn't like.
I like the accountability in what you're saying, acknowledgement, and the willingness.
Yep.
I like that. I respect that.
Thank you.
So now, after graduating, right? Wafagi jazz.
Yeah.
How was that day? The family was there as you coming from a bigger family.
Yeah.
And then you had others. They couldn't. I guess a number of people that had to come. Who was there?
Who was there is a big question, and who was there is the biggest reflection of who really cares in your life when you're growing up. It's like your graduations, your birthdays, your wedding, your baby shower, your funeral, your whatever. Even though you're not seeing your funeral, but it does matter.
True.
Well, other people come to your funeral just to say, yeah, I'm being ja. But yeah, my graduation showed me who cares really. Because coming from a big family, I can say it's an advantage and a disadvantage. You have a lot of siblings. At the same time, you build a lot of haters, not because of you, because of the family drama, the family dynamics.
And then
it falls into well, I tried to actually break that because mina ngazama ukuthi ngizwane with the grandchildren of the other grandmother. I tried to just man, it's fine. It's our parents. But my mother was there, my uncle was there, and another sister wasn't there when she was there. So it was 3 people and my other friends the year before I graduated. It was a beautiful feeling. And I can say for anyone, imfundo isikole sibalulekile. As much as I'm doing music, I love music, but there's a business side of music that needs education, that needs intelligence, that needs paperwork, that needs books, that needs mathematics. You must calculate if I'm going to a gig and I'm charged. Going back, I used to have a producer who doesn't have a bank account. And I was like to him, how are you going to be a businessman calling people to come here and record if you don't have a bank account? How are they going to pay you? Not everyone has cash. So I taught him that also. So going back to music and education, I had to finish my degree. Number 1, to show my parents I didn't just finish matric. I had to do it in university. I didn't just do a degree. I went over and did an honors degree also. And I also finished it to make sure and also to inspire those kids who want to be in the music industry. Even though you are talented, but you need to have the books together. Because in music, you can trend 1 year. The next year, you fall off. Then if the gigs are not coming anymore, what are you going to fall back to? You can't go back, not to shame. You can't go back now to Mr. Price and be like, my name is Emlindo, the vocalist. My career has fallen off and I'm looking for a job.
Oh, gosh. I hear you. That was a profound, mouthful thing right there.
Thank you.
And I hope someone there is listening.
Hopefully.
I hope that was a very profound thing. I'm telling you. Thank you for that. Guys, education, but there's someone right now as we speak and who's listening to us. Tell me one thing that I'm aligned to my success right now. Because I was having a conversation last week and the conversation was Uguti, how about our system isifundise our skills while we are still in primary or in a preschool, like this trend yase China yabantwana bomunye aina omunye se garden, and then they learn from there ukuthi lo good at this, lo good at that, and then ukhule nayo. Other countries, even here in Africa, mawuqala your secondary bayakuthatha bakusa skills like you welding, you whatsoever. What do you say about that? Because kunomuntu ophilivela ukuthi uyile esikoleni, but whatever that emphilisayo right now, it's not what they studied.
This is true.
So how do we balance this now?
So my take is, funny enough, I was having a conversation last week with my other friend. that we graduated with. We used to do art together in school. What we were discussing is, when you go to high school or eskoleni, basically, you learn how to write your name. You learn how to read. Oh, this is, for instance, your podcast name.
Yeah. Most of people, I hear, we'll finish, sorry. I get excited. I hear, say it.
For instance, there's things, man, there's basic things. You don't just go to school to basically, I mean, this is into ifunda eskoleni. And let me take it back. I come from a village where there's only black people. We learn English in Zulu. We learn mathematics in Zulu. We learn whatever, geography, life sciences, blah, 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 in Zulu. Where I grew up, there was no computers. Then from that, I ngahamba ngayofunda at university. Ngayofunda music and psychology. Right now, angiphiliswa psychology.
Okay.
I'm doing other things, including music. But me being in that environment, I was able to, this is how black people live. This is how white people live, colored people, Indian people. I learned multi-cultures. And also, there's a computer here. This is power on. You can type. You don't have to write an essay. Oh, okay, cool. From those basic skills to more and more and more and more to understand how social media work, how contracts work, how you learn a lot.
Articulation, simple thing. Articulation, your grammar. I hear you. Because
wherever you go, you can be the biggest artist, but if your grammar is bad, people can take that and run with it. You can't even pronounce amagama, but here we superstar, blah, blah, blah. So it's not about Indo Ifundele. It's about how do you take out of that environment? What do you learn from that? It's like, even in Msebenzi, I can work at, for instance, KFC and serve people, and then gingabi satisfied with the salary with whatever. But from that, I learned how to interact with people. I learned how to serve people orders or whatever. Come to you, can I have KFC straight wise too with chips or pop? Then I go to the computer, I punch it. I'm asking from the person, can you please give me streetwise 2? I give it to the customer. You interact with different people. And
it teaches you as well the emotional intelligence, because you're dealing with different people who's all rude, who's on jan, and then it helps you as well to contain yourself, isn't it?
Exactly.
I like that.
That's why some people don't stay in their jobs because of the money, but because they love what they're doing, because they enjoy it. I mean, right now, we're shooting. I might not be enjoying. I'm feeling hot. There's lighting. I'm uncomfortable, and there's a woman next to me. But I have to, because it's a podcast.
And it's your work. And it's your field, isn't it?
Literally. So with the conversation with your friend, right now,
yeah.
But you learned a lot during that 3-year degree that you were studying.
I like that. And then now, after graduating, did you have a sequence of how you want to do things? Primary, high school, varsity. After you knew exactly where were you heading just after you graduated, or you had to go back home and take a break, listen to yourself away from the noise, and then you decided what to embark to from there?
Crazy story. I usually tell graduate this. After graduating, I thought I'm going to work as a psychologist or as a musical engineer, blah, 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 blah. But then I was home January, February, March. And then I'm applying online, boom, boom, boom. And then the phone calls are not coming. Interviews are not coming. And I realized, you know what? I'm going to be a village hobo guy. If I'm going to sit here and think,
wait,
opportunities are going to come to me, or I'm only going to work in the field that I studied.
Of course.
Then I took my bags and I went to Durban, and I went back to Durban where I started, and I was like, you know what? I know a couple of people here. I know a couple of companies. Why don't I just speak to those people? Hey, bro, Jampil, I just finished my degree, but try something. And then I walk into strange companies. Hey, bro, hey, I'm here for this, but I don't have a work to do. Communicate. I think from university, me being an artist, communicating with people helped me with that. I would walk into like a strange building and go to a receptionist and be like, my name is MTB Wephimbo. I just graduated. I need a job. Whatever you offer, I'm here. So I did not know or have a formula when I graduate. Because when you're in varsity or when you're studying, it's like, when I'm done, I'm going there. I'm gonna get a job.
Yeah.
But now reality hits when you're done with, hey, life is not life. Life is life. It's not coming together. So I gotta do something. So that's why my job experience is like very wild. I've worked in different companies.
Okay.
Multiple companies, because I have this thing. If I work for this company for 1 year and I want to accept, I am changing. So.
You're not a person who's scared to walk away, isn't it?
I'm not scared to walk away.
Okay. About fear of an unknown, it's not in your caliber.
And the beautiful thing that I do is I go to another. I look for another job first before I leave this one.
Okay. I like that. So it goes back to learn to be
yeah.
Okay, I see you.
When I find it, then I leave.
Okay. If you feel safe there.
Yeah.
I love that. So now, how did we get here?
I think there was a time, 2018-19. 2019, there was my biggest year in terms of me being an artist. I was on TV, I was on Channel O, I was on Trace, I was on Okozi FM, I was on Gagazi, I was on radio. People were calling me. Zex Bantwini signed me. He wanted me to work with him. Like things were just happening left, right, and center. Yeah.
So all of these things, you cooked your craft while you were still in Durban. From working to crafting, when did you get time for both of those things? And what was the major thing? What genre did you opt to that put you out there that we are sitting here today?
R&B and Afropop.
Okay.
That was my genre. I changed international R&B into Zulu. That's what I did. And that's what I'm currently doing. I'm singing R&B, but in a Zulu. I'm kind of like mixing Zulu and English at the same time, so that, because I have different audience, Indians, colors, white people, and black people, so they all need to understand me. So I had to fuse two languages into one. At some point, I was even singing in Afrikaans, just maybe one line on my song. Yeah, so I was just mixing a lot of things, doing R&B and whatever. So when people saw that when I was upcoming in 2019, they were like, wow, this guy, he reminds us of Chris Brown or Mario and Asha. Who is this guy? Even Donald, I remember at one point he was here in Joburg, but he posted me on his Twitter. He was like, Durban has talent. I'm going to Durban to find this guy. This guy is amazing. And he flew down from Joburg. He came to Durban to look for me. And he found me.
Tell me about that moment.
Yeah, it was amazing. And people were showing me, Haibo, we see on Twitter and we double checked if it's Donald's account or what. And we saw that it's actually him. So he posted you. He said you were amazing. He's going to come down to Durban to look for you. Literally, he came down to Durban. And what he did, funny enough, he didn't come down to look for me, but he went to radio stations around Durban to announce that I'm looking for this guy. Please find him for me and bring him to me.
Did you feel like a superstar?
I felt like a superstar.
You are a superstar.
Thank you. And then eventually he found me. We exchanged numbers. We spoke and then we did some work. It never came out, but we did some work. I met him. That's when I felt like, you know what? My career is picking up. I'm playing on TV and these big guys are recognizing me, whatever. And then...
Who was promoting you that time, or who was marketing your craft then that you were now recognized, and then you were out there on your channel or your MTV and whatsoever? Who was marketing you? Who were you working with at that time? And where were you getting money to do all of those things? Because I know craft, guys, doesn't come cheap. That is why even a talent out there, why you don't pursue? People don't understand the perks of being an artist. It needs money. You need to spend money before you even make money.
Sure.
Yeah. So how were you able to do all of those things because you were a serial worker, you were a serial hustler, you jumping from one place to another.
So you asked me a question and then pendulang, how was I able to handle 9 to 5 and music? So I think that's where a 9 to 5 comes in, or a work or a business, a hustle comes in. You have to make money before you make money. Make money before you make money. Work to make money, and then that. So I used to work Monday to Friday, and then when I get paid, I pay my studio sessions, I pay my videographer, then I record, then I shoot a music video. So for instance, I would come back from work, finish at 5, and then 6, 7, 8, I'm going to a studio. I'm going to sleep over. We work until maybe 3, 4 in the morning. 4, I sleep, and then I wake up at 6. Then I travel to my place, freshen up, change, go to work. That was like my routine.
And then how did you become productive in both of those places? Because clearly we're not resting enough, isn't it?
I think it's passion that's driving me more than anything. Even if I was not sleeping enough, but I was like, I want this thing and I'm going to do it. And going back to what you said, you asked me a question about this person that's complaining about South Africa and not being able to channel people according to their skills when they get into high school or whatever. We can't wait for the government to do the change. We ourselves have to do the change. If you feel like you have the skills, you can write or whatever, go to an art school then. I mean, there's colleges, you can drop off at grade 10 and go and continue in the college. Or change the country. If you feel like China is offering that, go to China.
What if you don't have all the resources? Oqala imali.
Yeah.
Like, I love how Mduduzi Ncube it did, right? You know,
what did he do?
Umduduzi Ncube wayehamba yema ngasestudio sika afika shaya isiginci sakhe. So if you know enough that when you are good at that, hamba uye kule art school leyana.
Go for it.
Ufika uzenze uhlanya laphana, do your thing. Someone will see you, isn't it? There's always someone watching.
When you ask me how am I promoting myself,
I
take videos of myself and I put them on social media. Put them on the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and then people see it.
Phela omunye umuntu maka poster. Uye acabanga ukuthi le video le intswembu bese ubena 2 likes and 5 views, and then umuntu avela bona ukuthi ayisho ukuthi lento yami work le. I mean, we've been doing the podcast. This is my 2nd year. I'm not even on 3,000 subscribers as yet. So what would you say to that person who keep on not getting what they want, but they know they are good at what they do?
Well, number one, are you driven by the people reacting to your content or your music, or you are driven by the music because you love music, or you are driven by the content or podcast because you love podcasting or whatever? To me, I can say music is therapy to me. So it's not, that's what actually drove me back to music. Okay, I was talking about 2019. 2020 when it started,
the
COVID-19 hit.
happened.
That's when I felt like my dreams are shutting down in terms of music, because I was getting a lot of gigs at the time, tension from people, and things are happening, and then COVID, I lost my job. I had to go back home, sit for like 5 months, not working, boom, 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 boom. But then what took me back to make music again is because I felt like this is my healing. I'm also healing while doing this thing, and I love it. It's my passion. So why not heal myself to heal other people? If you are not getting where I'm at right now, well, one day you will get me. There's a lady yesterday who posted on TikTok, posting ingoma gabusi eti no munga begi Ferrari pambi nawe. When she dropped that song, that lady was young, but now that she's old and she's in a relationship, she put a caption, Busi, now I can finally understand what you were saying.
Because that time was what Ferrari ngikhetha wena ngishiya Ferrari uthini kahle kahle.
Because she's not in love at that time. So even in 2 years time to come, someone, let's say for instance, this episode might not have the most views, but there's an artist like me. in 2 years' time or whenever, if Bengabela to this episode, they can relate so much. Even a younger person, maybe when they are my age or when they are older, they can relate so much because they can tell Wuti, this person was coming from this point of view in their life, and now I'm relating to it. So why not let me just do me. Whoever relates to me at whatever point in their life, they're gonna relate to me. It doesn't matter.
Do you see my face? I'm smiling because I feel like finally someone gets me. Like, you literally saying my words. You literally saying what I've been trying to say about the podcast. A reason that we are sitting here is that someone struggle because in the next 2 years being out I understand
where I'm coming from.
We are documenting here.
Literally.
Two, guys, this is so therapeutic in a sense that every time when I have sits, I learn a lot. So more than maybe I sound selfish more than when I'm out talking about like, wow. Yes, I thought I was going through things. Wow. I thought this helped. I thought this is only happening to me.
Yeah.
Kanti, wow. Sometimes I appreciate enough in pilo and everything. And that is what this is all about, guys. Understand Guti. Abona ma shortcuts motivational by calling you so privileges. But trust me, that person who's there telling you whatever motivate, it's because of they started somewhere.
Sure.
So thank you. You like like I hear myself through you. Yeah.
And then you just have
you just affirmed affirmation right now. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now you come to Joburg. Let's talk about your likes of Abo Zakes Bantu Abo Lassos. Oh, I like the guy who cares like
qualified Keta.
Keta, I love you. I love your craft. I like you. And I love your craft. I love how you tell stories. More especially le katatuabo le Apiwe. That's my story, Keta. That's my story. Thank you for that song. How was it for you now working with these people? Abola sauce like
Number one, I think there's also something going back to our story. There's no one who's going through something alone. If you are going through this, well, you're not the first person to live in the world. You're not the first person to be a human being. So clearly, there's other human beings that are going through, or that have gone through, or that are still going to go through what you are currently going through. That's why I say, me right now, I'm gonna release a song that's called Baby Mama. I wrote that song because I'm going through a situation that I feel like a lot of other people are going through it. But I put it into pen and paper and into recording because I feel like I'm not the only one who's going through it.
Why, guys, you use the term baby mama? Why don't you say mother of your child?
It's to shorten it.
Hi, baby mama, it comes with... The moment someone says baby mama, it carries the stigma. Trust me, there's something people don't understand. Oh, baby mama, it carries the stigma of a dramatic... Like the moment you baby, oh baby mama wam, or qala mawuzothi baby mama kusho ukuthi uyi-ex yakho ene drama ekuphatha ikhanda akunikeza access enganeni nje kune drama nje kuleyo. I don't know, that's how I perceive it, but yeah, why am not mother of my child?
Changing that, ne? I think when people are listening to the song, it goes like, I hold you down, no maslugene. The bill is paid, the kid is fed. Oh, baby mama. Impili nzima ngiyabona, kotukhulisa ingane siyakhona. So there's another perspective. I hold you down, no maslugene. The bills are paid.
Okay.
The kid is fed. Impili nzima but ukukhulisa ingane siyakhona. So I'm trying to come to a positive point of view, which it's not always the dramatic side of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we loved each other. We had a baby. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. But now we have a person that is growing up.
Yeah.
When I look at my son, I'm like, yo, my son is beautiful.
How old?
He's 4 years now.
Hi.
Why would I leave him?
Mbize ngegama hle.
Milani.
Milani.
Yes.
Why you call it like you speaking English? Milani. Milani, like cooler, like something emila from the grounds. Milani. Milani.
Okay, I'm sorry. My apologies.
Milani. Ngati country.
Yeah, igama lakho Milani.
Aww.
And I was like, yo, I can't have a fight with my baby mama and then I'll fight with the raising my child. Man, this son is beautiful. We brought him to the world.
And you're trying to create a healthy environment for him.
So let me do things for him, man, and just raise him. We're all going through it. But, I mean, phone call, money, boom, 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 see him, whatever. That's enough.
And then what are you saying to that father who's not present, but they believe that
Yo, there's nothing that's important as a son more than seeing your father, that this is my father. Because as much as ingena kuma wako as a son, but awazi wena ubona sekuthenga izinto.
Let's say uma uyakutshela ukuthi ubabakho ukuthumelela imali.
Yeah, but I don't have that personal touch feeling with him. Currently, I have a strangest relationship with my dad because I was raised by my grandparents. So even the conversation, it doesn't feel that authentic and intimate because this person didn't raise me. It's like a name that he was given, that he's my father, and it was like I grew up and I was told, this is your father. In fact, when I was studying psychology, there was a question, Wuti, how do you know that your father is your father, your mother is your mother, or you just grew up and you were told, hey, Slee, this is your mother, this is your father, and you believed that and you ran with it? What if it's not? What if it's your step, whatever? What if you were an orphan from the orphan age?
I'm sorry, that's an effed up question. Because you will introspect yourself, you'll start wanting to see the moves now.
Yeah. Why are they saying you're my mother? Are we looking alike? Are we doing the same things?
Oh my God, but it's a profound question.
Yeah.
Still.
That's where psychology comes in from my life.
Yeah.
And going back to you asking me how was it to work with these phenomenal artists. Man, it's amazing. And it's unbelievable. At the same time, you have to prove to people that I've worked with someone, because it's like you never worked with them. Because I can be in the studio with Slee right now, and Slee, tomorrow, he's on the song maybe with Java, he's performing on the bigger stage, and people don't believe that you were sitting with her. And then now we must take pictures and selfies and whatever. I think I've grown to a point where I do not show you how much I respect you when I'm next to you, but I adore you in your absence.
Other people call it ass-licking. Isn't it?
Ass-licking is adoring someone.
That's what I'm saying. Much. Other people, like, yo, I'm your biggest fan. Oh. Other people take it like you ass-licking because of you want that person now to give you attention and all that, because of you desperately showed how much you value them or how much they mean to you or whatsoever. So you always acted chilled around them.
And then I ask them very critical psychological questions. I don't just be like, oh, or I think me also being a podcaster brings that out in me when I meet these people. So you wrote the song and that's so. I mean, I go to like deeper parts of it. For instance, I'm gonna see an artist that you interviewed on this show, and then I'm gonna see Freedom G or whoever others interview. Then when I see you, I know you, I always adore you, I watch your podcast, I love you so much, I love your show, I love your content. Then when I see you, I'm gonna ask you, why do you feel like the episode of MTB Wephimbo had more views than Freedom G?
What?
Now I'm not coming as a fan.
Yeah.
I'm coming as a very creative person. Why do you promote Freedom G's thingy that much instead of? Oh, I'm gonna come and ask you, when Freedom G was talking about his mother and their song,
why did you cry?
Why not why did you cry? what touched you so much? What background do you have that evoked that in you? Which now you are crying because. So that's what I do when I meet artists. I don't just say, yo, le ngoma iwayishaya.
And ngakubona ukhala lapha nami ngezwa
Izinto engaphakathi ukuthi hey, nami ngiyakhala ngikubuka. I ask you a very critical question. So working with them, I think also they respect me when I sit with them because of those types of questions. This guy, man, ubalo.
Yeah.
I think the other recent thing with Big Zulu, there's a question that I asked him. He even asked me, ubalo mfana manje ungibuza mbuzi kanje. I don't know what question that I asked him because that time it was busy.
Yeah.
But that gave me the fact when I ask people these questions or these things, yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. Someone like, that is a profound. No one has ever asked me that. It's nice. So ufikile Goli, ufika uza kubani?
Number one lesson. Usually, your relatives, when you are going through the most, they won't come for you.
Of course.
They won't show up.
Because of a koloti. Of course.
And that's why isiZulu sithi, hey, ubhuti wakho umfica phambili.
Yeah.
And umndeni
akusigazi,
but abantu osikhandela bona along the way.
Yep.
That's what happened to me. Funny enough, in Durban, I was staying with this guy. He was my roommate. And then his older brother udlala Comrades Marathon. So there was one time there was a Comrades Marathon in Durban, and he didn't have a place to sleep. And he asked his brother to ask me if he can sleep in our room. And then he came and he slept in our room. And then the next day he went to run. He came back, he slept, and he's staying in Pretoria. And then he loved the hospitality in the house and everything with some patsagash. And guess what? That's the person I'm touching. Hey bro, hey, things are messed up. I don't wanna go hlala hostel and put bam nan. He always am belinda wokuhlala ijampile. That's the person who opened the arms for me. I was like, come bro. When I came to Durban, you opened the arms for me. You was like, come and sit and sleep over in my house. So you can come and stay as much as you want.
Ukuba kind akufuni nesheleni, but ukuba kind kuyakhokha. Trust me. Don't do it because of you expecting something in return.
Yeah.
But when it comes back, like, oh, mhlambe ngangabuyeli kulo muntu wena you were kind to. But it's very important, and ungayekeli futhi ukusiza nomunye umuntu next time.
True.
Because of wathola indawo ukuhlala ngoba nje nawe wawuncingise someone.
Angamncingisa. And yena wabona ukuthi wow, if unomuntu kanje, if wangincingisa nasho nami ngamncingisa endaweni yami. So wasesohlala bese God. So from then I stayed with him for like I think a month, 2 months actually, and then I tried to look for a music deal or whatever, go to studios. But manje mangibele ngestudio fanele ku-25 rand uze ngigibele itaxi ngiye lapho ngikhokhe imali ukuze ngikhokhele i-studio session. I was like, you know what? Instead of me bothering my parents, can you 1,000 rand, 500 rand, let me just look for a job and work.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back to my music when I have the funds to fund it or feed it. So then I looked for a job, got a job, found my place, settled down. Then I was able to then go back to music again, which is most artists, when they are going through psychological problems or traumas or life is just haunting them down, they don't want to tap into their human being life. I'm a creative, I'm a podcaster, I'm a musician, I'm a whatever, I'm an actor, I'm an actress. But I'm not getting gigs, I'm not getting anything. And impilo ngifuna mhlawumbe kufuna kuyothwasa or awunamali kufuna ukhokhe rent or something.
Angeke ngiyofuna ukudayisa amagwinya khona.
Sometimes impilo ithi leave this thing for a little bit. Go back and nurture your human being you. Even if you go 3 years out of social media, cut it down, switch off the phone, deactivate or shut down your Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever. Go back to your life, fix your life. Because most people, they are broken, they are crashing out on social media in front of us because they don't want to face
they want to maintain
their life. They want to maintain the life that is fake, that is not there. So go back to, so that's what I did when I came to Durban. I mean to Joburg. I went back to basics. Well, I'm going through the most. I just had a baby. Things are falling off. oh, let me go ngqale phansi. So what I did when I came here, ngaqala phansi, just like Black Coffee when he went overseas. Waqala phansi ukuthi I'm a superstar in South Africa, but when I go to America, I'm not a superstar. I'm gonna do gigs Monday to Friday, non-paid, whatever. Ngqale phansi, and then I'm gonna build myself up again until I'm a superstar. So that's actually, I think, why we're here right now, because this is like a rebuilding of myself after I had a popping music career. COVID happened, things happened. During COVID, I had a baby, things falling down. I lost my job, but then now I am rebranding.
I like that. How was it for you, converting from Durban to Joburg? The lifestyle is different.
Yeah.
How was it for you though? Because it's different lifestyle, way different.
Yeah, I think it exposed.
Futhi wafikele Pretoria.
Yeah, worse.
Wafikela ko Bakhadi laphayana kunaqompela laphayana.
Yo, piano one way more in the clubbing.
Yeah. But how was it for you now? For you to blend.
Number one, it made me realize ukuthi KZN is a country, guys. Yeah.
Thank you. I've been saying that.
KZN is a country.
I've been saying
you
that.
can do everything until uzuqede was isingisi nesiZulu kuphela or nesiXhosa. That's it. But then when you come to Joburg, you realize shame, there's a lot that I needed to learn and know.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I was like, mina ngiqale phansi manje ngifunda iSpedi neSitswana neSotho. But I can say ukuthi going to varsity with my English helped me because I was able to communicate with those people engasazi iSpedi ukuthi hayibo, let's speak English, bro, it's fine.
Ufile free kuphela mawuselenke.
Exactly. Uma ngiselenke MTN awunkabi yami iya Playtex iya lapha eMidland asihambeni nkosi yami. So but uma ngise Pretoria, Centurion, whatever.
Yeah.
So also it made me to learn ukuthi ufunda uzofa empilweni ngoba ngangingazi ukuthi uyofanele ngifunde iSpedi or understand as to say. So and I learned ukuthi we must not discriminate other people because they're not speaking our relative languages. We must learn to learn, be out of the box, learn other things.
Please tell our Zulu people, because Zulu people feel like sorry. They feel ukuthi kahle yithina esibakolotayo emhlabeni, yithina who need to adjust. It's us again who has to move from our beliefs, our values and whatsoever. Size kubona. I like what you're saying. We need to learn. Amazulu are so stubborn. I'm not insulting anyone and I apologize, but I think it's a narrative that they're pushing all the time that ngingumZulu mina ngidla inyama enhloko ilenki amateksi the only important thing in this world or in South Africa is isiZulu, and then thina fanele si adjust and ibe yithina esizokhuluma isiZulu. We us have to learn isiZulu, their culture, their beliefs and everything, and how we should carry ourselves. Because if you're a woman, it's even worse. You will be told how to wear. UmZulu nje is ukuthi I want this word. Not even convincing. It's easy for Zulu men to make a woman to feel like she's not complete if she's not adhering to a Zulu culture or whatsoever. So I like what you said, and as I said, guys, if I'm offending anyone, but I'm talking through my experience and what we see on social medias. It's a beautiful thing. And in ngithanda kakhulu ngamaZulu, they are so proud and loud when it comes to their customs, their tradition, their culture, their language and their lifestyle. I appreciate that. That is why most, even other people, manje noma umuntu engasomZulu gqoka ubrand wood ufaka le thawula lama wonke umuntu sekathi inkabi yami uzumpedi sekathi inkabi yami bafo. So I like what you said. And then now you're rebranding yourself. Before we get there, what's the name of your pod? What is it all about? The narrative of it? And I mean, I'm sitting with a podcaster here. From last week, guys, it's been awkward. I was with a TV presenter, and now I'm with a podcaster, and not just a podcaster. I'm someone who has been kuma TV, kuma radio, kanjalo, and I'm the one. I'm the matriarch.
Yeah.
Yes. So tell us about your pod.
The name of the channel is called Is it a channel?
Yeah, pod, channel, whatever. And where do we find it? And what is
It's
it
called
called?
Netezeka TV.
Netezeka.
Yeah.
Chill, relax.
Yeah, calm down. Netezeka TV. It's also on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And my part there is called, or my show is called Angithandi Lento.
What's the narrative right there?
Ayo. So we basically.
How do you tell me to netezeka and then at the very same time feel free? It means that I can do anything and everything without ukuzwa mos.
So
and then we are kanjani uzothi ngiphinde awuyithandi lento kodwa uthe nginethezeke kanjani?
So Netezeka is for the audience that are watching. Sit down, relax, Netezeka, and watch our podcast.
Okay.
And then Angithandi Lento is our guest who comes to our show and says, my partner is cheating on me, and I found out, and I spoke to him about it, and Angithandi Lento. Or there's another one that has, I think, 700,000 views on YouTube right now that trended. I was interviewing it's called, what is it called in English? It's called, what is this this word, man? But when siblings are having
family affairs,
yes, but there's this word, man.
It's called family affairs.
There's this one word.
Okay.
It's not offense, it's not essence, but people are going to remember it.
Okay.
So I was interviewing, there's a mother who came with her daughter and her son, and he was suspecting that they are having, that they love each other so much, and Balaman, and she was suspecting Uti, it's a brother sisterhood,
a taboo
relationship.
You wanted a term taboo.
Not a taboo. This.
Okay, it's fine. Continue. Let me not think.
Guys,
about
comment and remind us this word.
Yes.
Yeah. So she was suspecting what I love. It's not just a brother and a sister. It's more than that.
Okay.
So let me come to the pod and just ask this presenter to kind of like ask them questions. So then I went down and I asked them questions to a point where I found out she's even pregnant because of the brother. They're actually sleeping together, but they're now, because they're watching movies and it's only them in the house who put no sis. They're watching movies until late. And also another thing is, abahlala ndawonye ubhuti uhlala le usisi uhlala ekhaya ubhuti ufika ngama holidays kuphela. So ayikho lento ukuthi kuvuka inyama ukuthi actually angihlala now the whole year. Mangibona ukuthi mangibona intombi mina. And then they chill together, they watch movies, and then they're having sexual intercourse. So it's that thing. And then she became pregnant. Whoa. And that thing is real. Some families are like that. That's why we had to call those people and interview them, and then they told us, and it was actually true. So it's called Netezeka TV Angithandi. Whatever Angithandi, either your boss or your manager or whatever, or your partner, husband, ex, or you come to the pod and then we interview you.
So what do you do? Do you go to them or do they come into your studio?
They write to our email address and our WhatsApp number, and then we speak to them, and then they come to the studio.
Guys, go watch Netezeka Angithandi Lento. It's on YouTube, right? Do you wanna say your email address? If mhlambe khona nayo into ofuna ukuyisho, platform yakhe leyo.
Email kwahlalenethezeke@gmail.com.
Please say it again.
Kwahlalenethezeke.
@gmail.com. Nizule, guys, do you have a cell phone number mhlambe for your WhatsApp? Because most of people they like using WhatsApp.
Yeah, they like convenience.
Yeah.
Well, they can literally just text me on 079-076-6833. 079-076-6833.
What inspired you to decide to have that pod? And that kind of narrative?
There's a lot of people who have things that they don't like in their families, in their relationships, but they don't want to come out and say them. Okay. So I give them a chance to actually say it, and actually bring those people to the podcast.
So that when you can mediate.
It's like a surprise. Hey, let's go somewhere. And then how Jiggy won the podcast. Oh Jiggy, how we being interviewed. Oh Jiggy, are we turning thing yenzayo? Hey. That's what happens all the time. That's how we have
the one we show you families inside amanyala. I was watching kuna le enzo ulo mama uzodwa usana mchunu. binguzodwa kwiGomora
Yeah.
ithiwa Family Affairs.
Yeah, I know it.
Did you watch that one? Ingane umfana ulala noma wakhe. Ulala noma wakhe because talking about the bond. Umfana ukhulele the paternal side.
Yeah.
Uma wahamba uyokhulela somewhere so umfana ufika sekamdala.
Yeah.
And then now they bonding. Uma ufila ukuthi ezinye ingane zabakazi bamnikeza attention ayinikezwe ingane yakhe and then they so guys asikhulekeni man idemon lelo demon. So now you working with abo phela ngiyayifuna leyo ibaleke kakhulu. Nihambe naze nafika phi?
Well, we have songs with Olified Keta.
Yeah.
It's not out yet.
Okay.
And I have songs with La Sauce. It's not out yet. I have songs with Maraza. He's dropping an album soon. So I'm part of the album. I have songs with Lily Faith. It's also going to drop anytime. I don't know when. She's planning on dropping other songs before she drops it. And I think it's all going to happen at the same time. And it's all going to rise my name at the same time. Because when this person is dropping and he's big,
okay,
and I'm part of it, and that person is dropping and is big and I'm part of it, and that person I'm part of it, you know what I'm saying?
Nathi sobe stropanga la, you know.
And then
never. Okay. Never. And then now, did I hear you saying Uze wanna sign or something?
He signed me in 2018, and I think that's when actually there was a lot of things happening in my life. There was a lot of people giving me attention. So he signed me. When he signed me, there's this other thing, I don't know what they call it, signing a song and not a person.
Okay.
So he heard me perform this song. There was a whole competition in Durban, a playhouse. A lot of artists from KZN, they were competing amongst each other. Boom. And it was a 2 days competition. And I was number one.
Yeah.
Number one was gonna get Imali, which was 10,000 rands, and a recording deal with the Mayoni Productions, which is run by Uzex Bantwin.
What is it called?
Mayoni Productions.
Mayoni. Okay.
So then that happened. I won the competition. I was number one amongst the Durban artists, and then I was signed by Uzex Bantwini. So he said to me he's gonna sign the song and not me.
Okay.
So he signed the song, and then later I think he discovered, oh, this song is already playing on TV and radio. Kind of, what am I here to do? This guy's already doing the things to be done.
Yeah.
So
he had to release you.
No, he had to now. Okay. Oh boy, you have this and that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm dropping an album. I want to do a tour of my album. Whenever I'm going to perform, you perform first, then I perform. Okay. You perform first, then I perform. Okay. So we did that. We went to Cape Town, went to all different venues, Kwamashu, Kwamex, Mlazi, wherever. So that's what we did. And then I think during that whole phase, It phased. I don't know how, but it phased. Okay. Yeah, something happened. I think, when you are signing someone that you already feel like they already know a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. And now I know that you've tapped to Amapiano, 3 steps, Afropop. I said when I started listening to Lama 3 step, I was like, Marapo's expanding Talabayan's a little step lane. Why now? And why did you now decide instead of the Afropop that people knows you of, you want to Auzame na Manyama Chandra?
I want to make an example about something. I want to make an example and a very beautiful one.
Okay.
Music, like people, is an evolution of sound and systems and things like that. And as a person, you also are part of that evolution. You can't say, when I was growing up, my mother used to wear mhlambe only dresses. Namapinifa.
Yeah,
but then Maukula, the fashion changes
Then go to a Kogama petticoat, but people are wearing lingerie.
There's lingeries now. There's amatong manje.
Yeah.
There's all these different types of things. There was this thing I got trend. There was this dress.
Polonek.
No, not. It was a whole like your dress,
Yeah.
but then it's gonna have this thing here.
I don't know.
It was trending back in 2018 or 2019.
Yeah.
So there was fashion changes,
Yeah.
people change, music changes. Now there's podcasts that are doing the things. So you can't say, hey, I came here as a musician. Now there's podcast. I don't want to. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
So you have to try different things. And most of, like for instance,
Yeah.
she came as an Afro-pop artist, but when she came to Amapiano, that's where she blew up.
Yeah.
So you also never know what's gonna make you the big thing. You don't know what's gonna make you trend, what's gonna make you big or whatever.
Okay.
So wherever there's a pie,
Luma.
we are luma nje.
Noma ngamafufura tata.
Thatha nje ubone mhlawumbe kuzoba mnandi lapha, mhlawumbe kuzoba mnandi. You never know. Yeah.
Who are your dream collabs in local, and who are your dream collabs abroad?
Definitely locally. I really would like to work with Danya Devs and Undu Browns, because now we can't say Black Diamonds.
Yeah, you cannot say Black Diamonds. Yeah.
I would like to work with them. I would like to work with definitely Uma Kosi no Mawelele, and I would like to work with those Java. And funny enough, I'd really like to work with Aries. I'd really like to work with him. Internationally, well, it's far-fetched, but Chris Brown is my inspiration of all times. When he came to South Africa, I was like, I'm never missing that. I'm going to go to that show. I'm going to watch him perform, because I'm inspired by that guy from day one.
So you were fueling yourself when
I was fueling myself.
Yeah.
Definitely would say, okay, I've been seeing him on TV, whatever. How is he live? And he's amazing.
Amazing.
Super amazing. So I think internationally it's Chris Brown, and locally it's those people I counted there.
So abroad nje Chris Brown yedwa.
Yeah, he's the only one. I don't think. No.
Okay, and then what I want to know is, if you were given a chance to go back to the young Mthokozi, what would you say to him? What would you like to say to him? Good or bad?
Good
Just
or bad?
giving him a hug and say something, whether positive or negative.
What can I tell him? Well,
okay, let's start with the negative and apologize to him, and then the positive one, applaud him for it.
Okay. The negative and apologize, and the positive and applaud him. You always have said that if you had grown up in a different environment, you'd be far by now in life. You growing up in the village has sort of like dragged your upbringing, development, being the best, learning things faster and easier. But I can say at the same time, I'm sorry for saying that, because there are people that grew up in suburbs, Emalokishini, Joburg, Durban, wherever, but somewhere, somehow, kunezinto ezibashaya empilweni, because they don't have those basics of family bond, being raised and groomed and grown in the house of a family, because they don't know that being raised in a family where there's drug is an insult. It's a bad thing. So I'm sorry for saying that. You grew up in the right village, place. You're fine. You're good. Apologize to you for that. On the good side of things, I like the fact that you didn't look at your background and be like, ish, I grew up without a mother and a father in the house. And I didn't grow up having a privilege of having a lot of things. Like I didn't grow up having a tablet at primary, laptop at high school, whatever. I had to learn a lot of things by myself. And also, I didn't have to focus on my degree career to make things better for me in life. I'm surviving, I'm living, I'm here, I'm working, I'm doing my music. Because of my hustling, I know a lot of industries. I've been into IT, I've been into sales, I've been in corporate, I've been in retail, I've been everywhere. I know different types of things and different types of people because of my experience in those careers. But if I just became a psychologist, I was going to sit with a person like this in my therapy session and speak to him or her.
Your life, you feel like it would be maybe black and white if it
Black
was
and
just
white.
that.
Then
But now you've added colors.
so many colors. So yeah, I'd applaud him for that. I took my art and I ran with it. I didn't get a job in psychology, but I ran with me finding ways on how to make a living, and I ran with it. And I'm here and I'm living and I'm surviving. I applaud you for that.
Siyabonga Mthobiso omncane nola manje. And then how did you meet Resonation?
Resonation, they approached me and they said, brother, you in Joburg, we can see, and you are trying to come back in music industry, and we love your music, we always loved it, but we've never had a chance to work with you. So can we do something? Are you signed? Are you I was like, ish, guys, I have a management, I'm doing this. They were like, okay, so now ish, we can't work with you. I'm like, let me speak to my management. Well, I think they saw me on social media. They approached me. They spoke to me. But mase ngiya kuma artist engwaziyo nami ngithi yazi kunomuntu okuthiwa so praise, there's Resonation. Like, how we know? Hi, this guy's been doing things. And I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, I didn't know him. I didn't know them. And then when I go to their socials, oh, they're doing things to be done. I'm like, speak to my management. I'm like, there's these guys. They approached me. They want to work with me. I know we have plans for this year. But they really want to work with me. They're like, Poison is cool. Let's give them a chance. Let's see what they can do. So I'm here.
Danko. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the piece of the fam. I'm part of the Resonation fam as well.
For real?
For real. I'm the first.
Oh, I love it.
I'm the first. And then what do you want to say? God forbid if right now, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered like as that person who didn't just go on a microphone and a beat and said nice things, but I want to be remembered as a person who said things that make sense to people, that make people feel like I'm not going through this alone. MTB is also going through it. So I'm healing. When I play this song, I feel like I can be romantic because I sing about different types of things. Romanticism, true life stories, umkowo. Well, lately I like to tap into umkowo kakhulu because I feel like there's a lot of romantic songs. So if I sing about a song, I feel like this relationship is not working and we have to be realistic. Let it come to an end. It's fine. Let's let it go.
I hear you.
Yeah, so I want to be remembered as that person. They relate. They feel healed, therapeutic. And as a human being, I'm a family man, by the way. In my family, I want to be remembered as that person who was able to merge my family members, this person and this person, to one another. Because when we grow up, it's funny that masiye isilungwini siyakhohlwa ukuthi konje sisuka ndawonye konje siyazana. Abantu, you focus on your life and you go with it. I focus on my life and I go with it to a point where makufika umuntu angaphandle ecela usizo, I'm going to help that person, but makufika wasekhaya, I'm not going to help them. Or we're going to be so, like, for instance, me and my brothers, our lifestyle is different because of the lives we chose. But in our differences, I want us to still remember which we are a family. In December, we have those Christmas meetings and Christmas gatherings, drinking and whatever. Chill together and be a family despite of all the social media and all this. In my family, I want to remember as that person who would say, Maslangane kai, Umtobisi brings us together.
To be match. He's a match. We bone connect.
That's why I'm Umtobisi, because Umtobisi around.
I love it.
Yep.
Are you open for bookings for your craft and all that? And if you are, my social platforms are cutting, and where can people get your music?
MTB Wephimbo everywhere is how you can find me. Mountain MTB Wephimbo. You're gonna be able to find me. Yeah, and I think you saw me coming here. I came with my manager.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely open to bookings. As I said, I'm rebranding. We're tapping into this thing of live performances, not just standing on stage and just putting a mic in and just.
Funa undiza njengoChris Brown emasilingini.
Yeah.
Amashandela uzobuba amashandela lights. Everything and everything. Nevosho khona lapho. Nabotwalathi into zakudala. Angizwa ngithini ilentezana the platforms of the manager as well.
So on email, you just going to email eetmdu@gmail.com. eetmdu@gmail.com. On WhatsApp, you can still be able to text me 079 076 6833, or there's a number. Email or WhatsApp. I think that's
for business
simple.
purposes only.
Business purposes only.
For business purposes only.
And there's Oxiba modes. Yeah.
And ungathi hi. Guys, there's this thing we need to address. If you want to talk about music, don't just say hi and wait for me to say hi. Say hi, Kamalami Ngubanbani, I'm texting you because Shwangatela yenza essay summarizer. Yandiv lapho uzothole attention, but mawuzothi hi, how are you? Awuzothi hi uphinde uziphendule uthi hi futhi uphinde. I'm not going to answer. That's what he's saying.
True. No matter how long is it, I'll check it out.
Yes.
As long as it's long enough and you are explaining your thoughts. That tells me that you've given yourself time and you know what you want. Not zangoma. Oh
God, I see your future.
And
I see danger.
I'm not talking about those ones. Those ones, go away. Devil is a liar.
Amen. And then, do you think there's some your EP? Let's talk about your EP.
Upcoming EP.
Yes.
So I'm gonna drop a single called Baby Mama, and then after I'm gonna drop another one called Uthando Langempela.
I love when I'm a fake.
No, and then after I'm gonna drop an EP.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 4 or 5 songs project, and expect nothing but love, romanticism in a good and a bad way. There's a song that's called Yo Kantwe Natalu Guphi Yonke indawo ngikufunela ngikutholi angikutholi ngwashila ama voice note nama miss call kanti ngone ngani izolo bengicela ubuye sithandwa mina ngikutholi angikutholi ngwashila ama voice note nama miss call. Yeah, that one talks about
Is there anything that we left off, guys? I think Nani Lava Makaya will be on the loop. You reminded me of Uketa Samuel Apayan. It's nice. I'll be waiting for that one. Huh?
Yeah, don't worry, it's coming. That one actually speaks. That's the song we're gonna drop with Uketa.
Yeah,
it speaks about Amavuso.
Ay, amantombazana. Amavuso amantombazana ora.
Usile ekseni wathucela ama 2K. Ngathi wena na. I don't play those games.
Okay. Is there anything that you think we didn't cover?
I think we've covered everything. Thank you so much. This is amazing. This is beautiful. Definitely vouching for this podcast, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it for our sister here. Let's do it for MTB Wephimbo. And let's do it for Black Excellence.
Black Excellence, I like that.
Yeah.
Chaos, a word of the day, or word for the day, or a word with you of the day, whatever. I'm joking. Can we have a word for the day, please? Someone, even if it was Oluzo next week or next year.
Yeah.
What is in your thought right now that you want to share with us?
Nobody cares.
Oof.
You got yourself, and for yourself. Only. Work on yourself, and the right people will find you.
They will work with you.
They will work with you. You are an artist. You want to be a husband or a wife. Work on yourself. The right husband will find you. Work on yourself as a guy. The right wife or woman will find you. Work on your podcast. The right viewers will find you. Work on your music. The right listeners will find you. Work on your CV. The right job will find you. Work on your idea, your business idea. And then the gigs or the tenders will find you.
Nobody cares. If you keep on whining, nobody cares.
Nobody cares, bro. You only care about yourself and work on yourself. And people want to tap in or follow you or say they know you when you're on top. But when you are low and down and out and about, nobody cares.
What? Guys, nizivele kena. Xa nifuna uphinde nimbone apha lo bhuti, nizawuchopha kwi-comments mos, nivila nditsho. And then enye into endifuna ibulela kakhulu. Ndithetha isixhosa ke mna, ungaboni ukuthi bengika-accommodate.
Yeah, ne? Ungijikele ekugcineni.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for your time. I know ukuthi awulalanga nokulala, you were recording the whole night, but you decided ukuthi ubelana. I really appreciate, and we'll be with you kule journey as you're rebranding yourself. Tibulela umoya wakho, and tibulela the humor as well. Because kubusise, kwandisele konke okufisayo. uThixo ahambele phambili. Amanyange nabasekhaya nathi sikhona.
I receive.
Amen and amen. And ngicela usivalele ke dali wami.
Before I close, I'm really sorry for being late.
Why you? Okay.
I had to say it.
Okay.
Because you did mention that I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
I was recording the whole night. And then, hence I was delayed a little bit.
I forgave you a long time ago.
Thank you for that. You forgave me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How can I close, man? Like, yeah, guys, let's share this podcast and this current episode. Let's like, subscribe and comment and make sure we push for our sister, for our lady. And see, Patel, guys, it's 2026. It's a man for himself. It's a lady for herself. Let's work. Let's grind. Let's hustle. Let's do whatever. Let's grab whatever chances we're getting. I see people now saying AI music is trash or whatever. But if something new is introduced to people, they're always going to say it's trash. But you know what? The next thing is going to be a biggest thing. So what you're going to do, learn the new things and move with the trend. That's how I'm closing down. Guys,
amakhaya, and we out.